The Cell games were supposed to end with a hero. They ended with a hostage. When the dust settled over the ruined arena, Frieza, not dead, only waiting, found a boy kneeling beside a father who would never rise again. He didn't kill Gohan. He'd seen what the child did to Cell, and he smiled. "You," he whispered, "are wasted on these people." He took the boy while the world was still counting its dead. No one saw the ship leave. By the time the Z fighters searched the crater, there was nothing left of Gohan to bury, only a name, and a lie the tyrant would spend years feeding him. "They left you," Frieza told him, every day, until the boy believed it. "Your father chose death over you. Your friends chose to forget. Grief is a soft metal, and Frieza was a patient smith." Day by day, he hammered the warmth out of the child and poured something colder in its place. The training was not kind. Frieza threw him against his strongest soldiers and called mercy the weakness his father died of. The first time Gohan broke a man in half, he wept. The 10th time, he didn't. Frieza clapped, slow and delighted, and told him to do it again. Year after year, the boy climbed. Every technique Goku ever feared, Frieza taught him to love. His power outgrew the soldiers, then the generals, then the warlords sent to test him. And somewhere in the climb, the warm thing behind his eyes went quiet. To prove his heir, Frieza emptied an entire conquered army into the arena, 100 blades against one boy. Gohan didn't wait. He blurred through their front line, and the screaming started before the bodies hit the ground. Fists cratered armor, beams carved trenches through stone. When the dust cleared, he stood alone in a ring of the fallen, chest heaving, eyes empty. Frieza rose from his throne, applauding. Then, by accident, the lie broke. A stolen transmission, a flicker of green skin and familiar faces, alive, searching, grieving a boy who was never dead. Everything Frieza had told him turned to ash in his mouth. His friends hadn't abandoned him. He had been stolen. But knowing the truth doesn't undo the years. He had killed for Frieza, bled for him, become something his father would not recognize. The boy who wanted to run home realized he no longer knew the way, or whether they'd want back the thing he'd become. Frieza felt the change in him and moved first. He gave his heir one final test, the only one that would cut the last thread. "Destroy them," he said, "and you are truly mine." And he aimed Gohan at the very friends the boy had just learned were alive. They didn't recognize the armored monster that fell from the sky, until he spoke. Piccolo's guard dropped for half a second. It nearly cost him everything. Gohan tore through them, holding back just enough to hate himself for it. Every blow a question he couldn't answer. Obey the master who made him, or the blood that made him first. His fist stopped a breath from Piccolo's throat, and in that breath, the weapon remembered the hand that forged it. Slowly, Gohan turned from his father's friends and looked up at the tyrant who had stolen his life. The aura that erupted off him then was not gold. It was something colder, and it was pointed at Frieza. Frieza had built the perfect killer and never once imagined it aimed at him. Gohan gave him no speech. He gave him everything. The sky split, mountains flattened under the pressure of two gods trading blows, and for the first time in his long, cruel life, Frieza felt fear. Because he recognized every technique. He had taught them all. It ended the way Frieza's stories always ended, with a monster on the ground and a boy standing over it. Only this time, the boy had made him. One beam, no hesitation. The tyrant who raised him died recognizing his own lessons in the light that erased him. He won, but when the smoke cleared, his father's friends didn't run to him, they kept their distance. Because the thing that killed Frieza wore Gohan's face and moved like something else. He saved them, and they were afraid of him. Caught between the hero he was born to be and the weapon he was raised to be, Gohan stands alone. And the story is only beginning.